Hey everyone, this is Haley Moe with La Crosse Promise Future Centers, and today I'm going to be talking about college applications. So we see the college application cycle really begin in mid to late summer. So for our students who are considering the UW system, that application opens on August 1st. And a lot of times we'll see students start to apply to schools in August and September and on into those fall months. This, of course, could depend on the type of school that you're going to, whether it is a 4-year institution, a 2-year institution, or a specialty school. And sometimes this depends really on the location of the school. So for example, I know that in the state of California, for students who are new freshmen from out of state, their admission application period really is only in the month of November. As soon as we click submit, of course, then we are waiting for our admission decisions. And this could range from a couple of weeks to a couple of months. But while we are waiting for our admission decision, we can be completing our FAFSA and financial aid, which will open on October 1st. So students will put on all of the schools that they have applied to on their FAFSA, whether they have been admitted or not. And then once a student has been admitted, that school will come back to the student and give them a financial aid award. This gives students the opportunity to compare and contrast what might be the best fit for them financially. As soon as a student has had that opportunity to look at their different financial aid offers and figure out which school might be the most affordable for them, they are then able to make an enrollment decision, which is typically due by May 1st. With all of these different deadlines, it's important that we understand the difference between what these different deadlines mean. So for our students who are applying early decision, what that means is if a student applies via early decision and they are admitted to the school, that is a legally binding contract between the student and the institution. The institution will then typically expect that that student withdraws their application from all of the other schools. This is different from early action. Early action is not a binding contract. Early action means that if you apply earlier, you will find out your admissions decision earlier. With regular decision, that period comes after the early action period, and students will find out what their admission decision is, typically in early spring like March or April. With rolling admission, that means exactly that. Admission offices are going to continue to admit students on a rolling basis until their freshman admission spots have been completely filled up. Some of the benefits of applying early is really that you just get it off of your plate. I think that's probably the first and foremost reason to apply early. You are done with the application and you're able to set it aside and start focusing on the other things like FAFSA, scholarships, schoolwork. Maybe you're balancing your job and as well as family commitments. The other reason why you might want to apply early is because you might find out earlier, and then you have more time to make more informed decisions on what you're going to be doing after graduation. There are several different platforms to use when it comes to applying for college. Within the UW system, we have our own application. So the UW system application looks like this. You're going to click Get Started, create an account, and get started. And with that, you'll hop to it. Similarly to the Common App, you'll click Apply Now, and you will get going. As well as with individual school accounts, you'll click on the website and look for the word Apply. All of these are very similar. You're looking for the Create an Account, the Apply Now button, and with all of these, while you are creating these accounts, make sure you are using a professional email address and that you are writing down this information, because you do not have to complete your application all in one sitting. You can save it and come back to it later, and you'll want to make sure that you know what your username and password is so you're not frustrated. So when you begin your application, so much information is asked for, but a lot of it you might already know. Things like your personal and your demographic information, like your name, your email address, your physical address, maybe your phone number. But most importantly, you will probably be asked your social security number. So if you don't have that on hand or you don't have it memorized, you better get to it. Next, they're going to ask you about your major or program of study. And if you don't know what career direction you are going in, that is completely okay. You can click undeclared or undecided, and then once you get to college, you'll have the opportunity to take some different classes to help you decide what you might want to major in. Additionally, within your application, they're going to be looking for your senior year class schedule as well as your transcript. Before your school is able to send your transcript to colleges, though, you need to sign a release form, which is available in Skyward, and it needs to be turned into student services. Beyond that, they're going to be looking at some different activities that you have been a part of. So if you have a Google Doc started with all of the activities that you have been in since freshman year, that's a great start. If you don't have that started, no problem. Get going, just open a Google Doc and put down the different organizations. Maybe you have volunteered, maybe you have a job, and put those different activities on this list along with what your participation is, the years that you have been part of it, as well as some of the different tasks and things you have done within that activity. Schools and applications are looking at different test dates and scores. However, some schools are making this an optional thing now for applications. The one reason you might want to consider submitting your ACT or SAT score is because you could be offered different scholarships dependent on the score that you have received on that test. After that, school applications are looking at parent and legal guardian, just basic information like their names, phone numbers, and their addresses. If you have been given any honors or awards, make sure you make note of those. And lastly, personal statements and essays are a part of most college applications. Now, this would be a really great opportunity for students to tell these colleges anything that the college application wasn't able to tell the admissions people. So, for example, if you did not do very well on a test, or if you didn't have a stellar GPA or as high a GPA as you wanted, your personal statement and essay is really your opportunity to let the college know what happened, or maybe where you struggled and what some of those challenges were. If you need help getting going in any of your college applications, or you need help at all with your personal statements and essays, please reach out to myself or Matt Gordy. We are the Future Center advisors, and that is really our role. We're happy to help you go through your college application. We're happy to help you get going on your personal statements and essays. Furthermore, please make sure that you stay in touch with us. We have a Future Center website, we have a Facebook page, as well as our YouTube account where you can view these videos and more on college-related items. Thanks, and have a great day.